I just had this wildest. I just I just had this wild imagination. Like it just came here. It just came here. So I have to share it. So you know what? I was just thinking when my about my daughter's death. I will never leave it alone. Um, December 2020, a lot of shit was going on. You know, even before that, everywhere in the hospital, at the school, home, churches, um, just everywhere. Um, okay, so remember when I took my daughter to the hospital? Because my other daughter, she worked at a girls' group home here in Hurricane, and she took a girl, one of their students, to the hospital, and then she got sick. The girl that she took had COVID or something, and then my daughter got sick, but it was just that cold, you know. And it's around December. That's when the weather changed. People get sick, season change, people get a cold, fever, just a normal cold. But you know how on social media, and we don't on the social media and TV and shit, they were like scaring people about COVID and death. So my daughter freaked out. Well, no, my daughter stayed home, took care of herself, and at that time, that week, me and my ex, my kids, and my daughter, she had a friend, Anthony. He died, and he had a funeral in Las Vegas. Um, I was I heard that he died suicide, like he shot himself. So we went there for the weekend for his funeral, and then everything was fine. Then we came back, and then I don't know what they were doing. My daughter seems okay, like she was okay to me, but I think they were probably just, I don't know what was going on in the here, but then my daughter probably paranoid because they're always on their phone and shit like that, and and the social media was talking about COVID and death, and it was freaking people up, scaring people. So, and it's and my daughter was probably worried, Angelina, and she probably was worried. She didn't want to die. She probably just thought. So anyhow, when we came back from Vegas, she she wanted to go to the hospital because my other daughter was worried about her. My daughter, my other daughter was worried about her, and so I took her to the hospital. I didn't want to, but then Dad convinced her to go to the hospital. So I took her to the hospital, and I didn't think it was a big deal because she was just sweet girl. Her skin was soft, she was warm, and she was fine. Um, but then I took her anyway because anxiety and shit, and she haven't been taking her meds. stopped taking her meds. And then, but before that, she had eye surgery on both eyes. It was that same week or 2 weeks before that. So I took her to the hospital, and the hospital did a COVID test. I did not want them to, but because she's older, she can make decision. So she was not capable of making decision like that. But the hospital convinced her to do it. I couldn't say nothing, and I'm her mother, because it would be an argument between me and my daughter. So I just like, okay, whatever. And then they came back and they said they had that she has to stay, right? So I came home. That was the last time I saw her face.